Shanghai, and I'd like to report to you one of the recent video conferences we had was Dr. Mao, the chief of emergency medicine department at Ruijin Hospital, Jiao Tong University in Shanghai, one of the major hospitals in China. And he also is a member of the on the expert panel on the coronavirus infection, the COVID-19 infection treatment team in Shanghai. He also co-authored the Shanghai expert consensus on the COVID-19 treatment. And in this conference, other than Dr. Mao, we also had the honor of having quite a few international doctors and experts on the conference. These experts coming from Japan, US, Algeria, and a couple of other countries, and of course here in China as well. And we wrote up a text on the website for the detail. I refer you to the. I will post the email link in the public announcement under this. And but briefly during the conference, Dr. Mao updated, briefed us on the experience. Basically, he and his team treated about 50 cases of COVID-19 patients with high-dose vitamin C. And the dosage of vitamin C used average is about 10 to 20 grams. And basically, if it's a moderate case, it's about 10 grams a day, IV drip over a course of 8 to 10 hours. And if it's a little bit more severe critical case, they may use 20 grams. Out of the 50 cases of moderate to severe cases of COVID-19 patients, no one died. They all recovered. And Dr. Mao and his team observed a significant improvement with the high-dose vitamin C treatment. And although the final data is still being analyzed, and briefly, they felt the high-dose IVC definitely helped the patients to recover faster. And the average hospital stay for these 50 patients is about 3 to 5 days shorter than the average patients, and average about 25 days hospital stay, whereas the average for all the patients is about 30 days. Keep in mind, there's about 360 COVID-19 confirmed patients in Shanghai altogether, and this group they treated about 50 of them. So there's about 3 to 5 days shorter hospital stay for the high-dose vitamin C treatment group. And in particular, Dr. Mao recorded a couple of cases. In one case, this patient was deteriorating rapidly. They primarily use the oxygenation index. Basically, it's a breathing function. And so Dr. Mao decided to give this patient a 50 milligram, which is 50 grams of vitamin C, which is 50,000 milligram bolus extra vitamin C over a period of 4 hours. And Dr. Mao recorded that literally when they were pushing the vitamin C, and the patient's pulmonary status was improving in real-time manner. And this patient eventually healed and was discharged. And so that's the story of this Dr. Mao. And also Dr. Mao and another expert, which I'm going to talk a little bit later, one other feature of COVID-19 infection was the hypercoagulability, basically the easy to clog for the blood, for the blood. And that was one of the main features. If that's detected, then they would use heparin on top of vitamin C, and of course in addition to other supportive measures. And in a separate interview, I also had the opportunity to talk to Dr. Wang, Dr. Shen Wang, He is a professor and expert of critical care medicine of Tongji University, the number 10 hospital in Shanghai. He is also a member of the expert panel of Shanghai. He essentially corroborated the story Dr. Mao told, and they knew each other and they've known each other about vitamin C use for a while. And Dr. Wang basically highlighted on three points. One is that high-dose vitamin C is effective and helps patients. And number two is also the hypercoagulability. This appears to be a significant portion of patients. Dr. Wang says among the critical and severe to critical cases, probably about 40% of those patients would show hypercoagulability. And in a milder case, basically moderate to mild, maybe about 15 to 20%. So you may want to watch out for that and detect that and take proper measures. A third point that Dr. Wang cautioned is that as COVID-19 is highly contagious, so the healthcare providers need to take extra precaution, as we all know, the protective measure. And these patients may deteriorate into respiratory distress and needing intubation, basically putting a tube into the lungs. And all these things take time, and also the doctors, nurses have to take a protective measure, gear up. This takes time. So he advises that we will need to a extra warning period, basically lower your threshold of intubation index, and you have high risk, high index of danger. Basically, you don't want to wait until the normal indications are met, then you start gearing up, because you will lose roughly 10, 15, 20 minutes of gearing up time. So be prepared. And so that's the essence of the interview. The message is that vitamin C and other measures do help, and COVID-19 is, we can fight it, and it's doable. And the good news here in China is that COVID-19 pandemic here in China is drawing to a close, and life is going back to normal. And unfortunately, the rest of the world is now fighting against COVID, and this reminds me of 2 months ago in China. And stay healthy, take universal precautions, and don't panic. Do not panic. I would advise again to look at the other videos that I made here. Take oral vitamin C if you can, and I take every day. I take 5-10 grams. I myself take 10 grams a day. Vitamin C has no side effects, whether oral, no significant side effects, whether oral or IV. Thank you very much, and read